I feel like, 5 years is plenty if that's all you're doing and you don't have to have a job and you can literally hire someone to help you write jokes, which he did. He just still would mangle them, according to fucking Derek and Hassan.
You never thought you'd see that hustle again until you met Schaub.
Right. Oh, hardest work in the room, B.
Yeah.
That white boy that worked too
you
much.
come into Zoo Culture, do 3 sets of bench over an hour and 15 minutes and then bounce. I was like, how do you do it? But literally, I love guys who say shit like that. Like, I'm the hardest work in the room. I'm like, actually, you're the last person to the studio, the first one to leave. Like, I literally tried counting up his workday one time. I'm like, okay, yes, you technically show up at 9 a.m. on Mondays. Sometimes he would just show up randomly like an hour and a half late because he's getting a rub and tug. Like, literally, I remember like being behind him one time and seeing him pull in.
That's a fucking hawk move right there.
And he just like, because like, again, everything's ready to go at 9. All the producers are there. I'm in the room.
Yeah.
And like one time I was like right behind him. I'm like, oh shit, like he's going to think I'm late because I'm coming in behind him. And I see his car get back on the freeway going in the direction of like the week before. He was like, oh yeah, there's like, my buddy was telling me there's like a really good rub and tug that direction. I'm like, cool. Like, I've never been to one, but I like, and then like the next Monday, I was like, we were pulling in and then like, he just zoomed off in the other direction. Like it was like an impulse thing. And he comes in at like an hour and a half late and doesn't say anything. He was just like, because sometimes he's like, oh yeah, I had to talk to my agent in my car, or I had to do this, drop the kids off. He's like, hey, what's up, everybody? It's like, yeah, no big deal. We've just been waiting for 90 minutes for you to show up and you didn't text anybody. But in other words, he would do that and TFAK on Mondays, but he'd leave at like, 1:32.
Yeah.
Then the rest of the days, like he'd come in for an hour or two on, for King and the Sting on Tuesday. Wednesday, only TFAK case, like max time. Like, you put in an 8-hour work week in the studio, but you're like, hardest worker in the room. I'm like, sorry. You all you do is show up and talk. Yeah. You don't even do pre-production. Like, the producer for King and the Sting / The Golden Hour, Nick, he's really good at his job. Like, he does like all the, so it's like he literally just has to show up, but he has this narrative of like hardest work in the room. Are you though?
Oh my God.
In what way?
By the way, Brendan, I'm going to start showing up an hour and a half late.
Yeah.
I heard about a rub and tug over.
And just not mention it. That was the funny part. He was like, hey, what's up, guys? It's like, hey. Am I allowed to ask you where you've been? Or